today we have decided to have Mahakali Puja. Now we must understand the Mahakali is in totality is the reflection of Adishakti in totality. Or we can call it that Adishakti is in charge. She is managing all these three powers, but her manifestation in totality is Mahakali in the sense that it is the desire of God Almighty. So first she is Adishakti in charge of all the three powers. And that's why we can say that when she is in a potential stage, she is Mahakali. And then she divides herself into two other forces as Mahasaraswati and the ascending force that we call, or as the parasympathetic nervous system expressed in us, is the Mahalakshmi. So she has actually all these forces in herself. Kali has all these forces, but she manifests. She desires to act, and when she wants to act, her potential force becomes these two other forces. So when we do the puja of Mahakali, we must understand that inbuilt within this force within us is desire. So we can desire anything. If we want, we can desire everything. We can desire, say, the joy. We can desire the knowledge. We can desire to be compassionate and love. And we can desire also the destruction of those which are negative forces. But the Mahakalic force is the one which is working out the constructive force. But in that constructive force only, there has to be destruction. Because if you are constructing something and there is destruction which is trying to destroy your construction, then you have to destroy that destructive person. And this is what people sometimes misunderstand, and they think that Mahakali force is negative force or is a force of destruction. It is, but in a very positive way. And if you understand this part of Mahakali force, then you will understand that if you have desires to construct yourself properly in Sahaja Yoga, then you should also have the desire to destroy whatever is standing against your construction. So one by one we should see within ourselves what sort of things that tag us down. And thus they do not give us this desire. If this desire becomes intense, then you start immediately seeing what are the forces that are destroying your ascent. So we have to ascend is the point. Our goal is to ascend, our destination is to ascend. So our desire should be that we should ascend and construct our being in such a manner that we can receive all the... इसको बंदी कर दो, बड़ा आवाज करो, एक तरफ कर दो तुम. This one is better. So we should understand that we have to be prepared to destroy many things within us if we have to become a great evolved personality. As you have seen in evolution itself, we had huge big animals like mammoth, these, that, and they could not cope with the evolution, so they were all destroyed. So many things were destroyed. And this destruction is built in within us. When we ascend, we just start seeing that these are the forces which we are destroying us, and that our destruction is so much that if we do not desire the destruction of these destructive forces, we will be finished. So at the same time, when we are ascending higher, we have to know what we have to destroy. For example, even in living forces, when a flower becomes a fruit, lots of things which were the part of the flower get destroyed automatically. But that is done in the will of God by His own understanding, so it's absolutely perfect. So in Sahaja Yoga, when we desire something, we must know what do we desire. First fix your goal and then relate it to that. Now there are many deviations in life. Like we are going to the airport. Our attention should be we have to reach the airport. And whatever are distractions. We should not get lost with it. If we get lost with those distractions, then we cannot achieve our goal in time. So one has to understand, first of all, that our goal is to ascend, and for that the distractions are on our way because of ourselves, because of ignorance, because of darkness, because the light is not so much. The first destroying factor that is within us is the Shri Ganesha's power. And this Shri Ganesha is the power of Mahakali. She first planted Shri Ganesh to emit holiness on this earth. So the whole thing could be vibrated. And as you know, one aspect of Shri Ganesh is also Omkar, means this vibratory awareness which flows everywhere. So these vibrations have four sides in it. One is that these vibrations establish holiness, auspiciousness through Mahakali. Then these same vibrations also comfort us through Mahakali. Vibrations do not give you desires as such, if you see. They do not give you desires, but they give you proof of your desires being fulfilled. Supposing you want somebody to be cured, this is your desire, and you give vibrations to that person, so it's a means. So it is also the action part which is there in those vibrations. But this action also comes from desire. If you don't have desire, you won't act. So the desire is so important even to establish your own path, to establish your forward march. If your desire is poor, if you are half-hearted, you can't work it out. Half-hearted people cannot achieve anything in surgery. It's not meant for half-hearted people. It's meant for people who are brave, who have intense desire, who are intelligent, and who are auspicious. But in case you do not have intense desire, then the pure desire doesn't work and you do not get your realization. Also, after getting realization, unless and until you have desire to ascend, very strong, intense desire to ascend, you cannot ascend. So for all Sahaja Yogis, it is necessary to first of all, early in the morning, while taking the name of Ganesha, must say, what is my desire? This is my goal. This is what it is. All activity must be surrendered for this goal. So now, how our desires are curbed? First of all, through conditionings. We have certain conditionings. After Sahaja Yoga, people become very affectionate. So immediately, even if in the West, where the family is not so important, children not so important, selfishness is there, people think about themselves only. They cannot think of others. Even in those countries, it starts developing a kind of another cocoon of myness. My child, my house, my home, my family. Then the attention starts working on that. You become half-hearted towards your ascent. Because you are ascending in a way, so-called, and also you are spreading out. Then the concern goes to other conditionings we have. Like the other day I met one fellow, he said that, Mother, I am a Sahajogi, I know, but I can't get over the idea of Christ. I said, who has asked you to get over the idea of Christ? Christ is there in Sahaja Yoga very much. But understand it in its own comprehensive way and see for yourself. But this conditioning is of thoughts. Supposing if you have read too many books, if you have gone through, supposing you are a born Hindu or a born Christian or a born Jew or anything, so the conditioning is there. You were born as a human being. You got this stamp later on that you are a Hindu or a Christian or anything. These stamps you did not carry when you were born. Supposing the child was lost, he could be any religion. So these are not really your innate religions. This is just a stamp you have got, it, like Christian or anything. Then you have another conditioning that you belong to this nation, that nation, like we have America, this, that. But still these are stamps. You were born in America, that's why you're in America. Anybody who is born in America is not different from anybody else. Only thing, according to the climate of a particular place, you might have your complexion, your height, your face and all that. But that doesn't mean that innately this is meant for America. It could be anywhere. Then all these conditionings within us start acting on our language, on our styles, on our lives, in every way. Then we start becoming Americans. So these are the effects of the outside that come in us. And then we say, we the Americans. But if you scratch them, inside, body is the same, heart is the same, the blood is the same, everything is the same. There's nothing different. It's even not skin deep. But in the brain, it has gone that I am an American. Then all the things that are in that society, for example, in America, many things are allowed. So that's all right. In India, many things are allowed. That's all right. Like that, we start accepting the society, the norms of the society, and the conditioning starts. But with all that, this desire is there, the pure desire to ascend. I think you put these lights little ahead because there's a paper there and with my force, the light is going behind. No, not that one, these. Because they're facing that fan. You could bring them down here. Still quite close to that fan, you know. You can put them anywhere. You can put them here if you want. You see, because the air is blowing that way and they are all going that way. So the desire within us to ascend comes to us also as a reaction to all these things. When we see, as Americans, what's happening to our country, what's happening to the people, what's happening to our surroundings, and then we get a shock. Oh God, what is this? Then we also see this is artificiality. Like in England, you have to wear a tailcoat, you have to wear this, you have to have this kind of a spoon, this kind of a glass, this, that, so reaction builds in. So start anti-culture. Anti-culture to get rid of artificiality. But the desire behind it is to seek the reality. To seek reality, then they have hair just like primitive people, they live like primitive people, and a reaction is built in. Behind all that is the same desire, is to ascend. So this Mahalakshmi power is acting within us. It is giving us all kinds of shows, we can say. All right, you want to have, say, variety of things. Go ahead with it. Then you go crazy. You say, what's this going on? Why should we be so mad about it? Now they want to have you want to have, say, your children, your home, your houses. Then you just get fed up with it. Because children become arrogant, they become horrid, they trouble you. Then you say, oh God, I'll never have any children anymore. Then you have wives, and you find wives horrible and husbands horrible. Then you divorce. You go on divorcing, and then you find it's useless. Doesn't work out. Nothing seems to work out. You feel so frustrated. And that action and reaction works on your desires. So your desires go on changing. Especially when we are wanting to be affluent. People become affluent, and then they find the problems of affluence. So a reaction is built in. Those who witness those problems of the rich, they don't want to be that rich. Nothing doing. So in every way, the desire to achieve things works out. Like some people want to have power, they go into politics, fight it, get it done, and done forever. So, lives after lives it goes on. Then you are born in modern times. When I am here, and now your only strong desire is to become the spirit. I hope it is. So now all these back things are to be crossed over. They are finished. Now what should we do for our realization? What action we should take? The first action is to develop your Mahakali power. By one power, you destroy all that is nonsensical. Destroy all that is impeding you, troubling you, blocking you. Destroy all that. Just I don't want it. Because I've seen Sahajogis suddenly go off. Like you have to go to the airport, suddenly you find they are fallen into one of the gutters. What happened? Mother, we felt like going there. Well, why? So keep your attention on that point. Some people get married in Sahajog also, they have a desire to marry, have children, this thing. But in that also they get fixed up. Marriage is not the end. It's just one of the means to be balanced. So we have to have desire that we have to achieve something. So go on destroying all that is within us. Within us is There are 6 enemies, as they say, is anger, then greed, jealousies, violence. All these are within us. So we have to destroy these 6 enemies. But what's the power of a Mahakali is that she destroys all the enemies that stand in your way. All the Rakshasas, all the devils, all the negative forces she tries to destroy, so that your path should be all right. But while she is destroying all of them, if you are sticking on to them, what can she do? So your desire should be pure, and that you should say that all right, we want to achieve that, and she is working it out for you. This is the first thing, her job. Then the second job is that she comforts you. She gives you comforts of every kind. The first comfort she gives you is of your body. Your body becomes comfortable. Means all your diseases and all your troubles are destroyed. You find that your body becomes healthy, you feel younger, you get energy, and you can work out your realization. This is the first thing she does for you, is to give you comfort. Then she also gives you comfort of the spirit, so that you do not ask for artificial comforts. You can live anywhere. You can live in a jungle, you are comfortable. If you live in the most busiest place, you are comfortable. So you are comfortable everywhere, and that sort of a comfort she can establish within you. Then the highest of all her boon is that she gives you the joy. Joy of every kind. Joy that emits from everything, from everyone. So that is the highest you get when you keep your desire, the flame of your desire burning, till you reach that state of spiritual attainment. Then you find that no more desire is left, but only one, if it is any, that let the whole world be realized. Like a drunkard, you see, he wants to enjoy his drinking with others, like that you become. You are drunk in your joy, and why not others enjoy? So you work for it. But human beings, I have seen, they move like a yo-yo. They achieve their spiritual attainment, they have the joy, and then they go back to help people, they get caught up with them. They are not strong enough. Because the Mahakali power is not strong. And another is the weakness of the Muladhara. Weakness of the Muladhara makes you imbalanced. And in that imbalance, you lose your way. So one has to be very careful that our Muladhara must be fixed properly. There are so many ways by which you can fix up your Muladhara. And you must fix up your Muladhara first. Then your desire absolutely moves like a kite moves in the sky, stuck to Muladhara. And you can move into any direction, to any height, wherever you go. You are quite in charge. You know how you are moving. It can bind your attention, everything. So what we say that the roots are very important first to be established for the growth of your desire upward like a tree. So they go hand in hand. Mahakali power and Ganesha's power go hand in hand because that's the foundation. If it is based on that foundation, desires go much stronger and effective, and they do not deviate. Every sort of desire is fulfilled till you reach that state where there's no other desire left but to enjoy. You just enjoy without any desire. Desirelessly you enjoy. And that state is to be enjoyed. Just to be enjoyed. What is there to talk about it? What is there to say about it? You just are lost in the ocean of enjoyment. And that should happen everywhere, and that's what you are worshipping. So now I hope you have 108 names of Mahakali. And if you have the 108 names of Mahakali, you will see one by one that these stages of her working out for you, how manifest, that you can see in those names. So now first we'll have one Atharva Shesh, and then we can have these 108 names. Can we?